They're here, they're queer, they won't drink Yuengling beer. People are now boycotting Pennsylvania's famous beer after its billionaire owner decided to support Donald Trump. Last week, Dick Yuengling gave Eric Trump a tour of the brewery, America's oldest, telling him in front of reporters, quote, "Our guys are behind your father. We need him in there." Social media reaction was pretty negative. One guy wrote, "Regularly drive 90 miles from Kentucky to Ohio to get Yuengling, but supporting racist, misogynist nutjob Trump is the end of the line for me." Another tweeted, "Hey, Yuengling beer, you're fired." Another said, "Wow, last day I drink your product. Don't do politics, ruins business." And it could affect business. Pennsylvania's first openly gay legislator announced he was boycotting Yuengling after 17 years and asked Philadelphia gay bars to take that beer off their taps. Several agreed, including this one.
We're saying goodbye to Yuengling here at JR's. Just so you know, when people support things that don't support us, then we don't support them. So goodbye, Yuengling. You are the weakest link.
Wow. That really rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? When people support things that don't support us, we don't support that. What was that, Cass?
I don't know. I've had fun at JR's before. One in DC.
But is this
It's stupid. Because, okay, like, nobody cares really that much, right? Like, it's Donald Trump, you think he's sexist, you think he's this, he's a bad guy. They're probably, you know, people in power a lot of times do bad stuff, first of all. And second of all, I'm sure a lot of these, you know, people that are complaining are, like, sitting there with, like, their little fedora on that was made in a sweatshop in Bangladesh. Like, shut up.
Oh,
shut
yes.
up.
Yeah.
The old hipster sweatshop fedora.
Yeah.
And there's no better gay porn star name than Dick Yuengling. Sadly.
But did I miss something here? I've never thought of Trump as being homophobic in any way. Isn't he in favor
Well, here's the
of gay
thing.
marriage?
Everybody that
Has Trump denounced homosexuals? Why are all the gay people denouncing
Everybody
Trump
that
now?
loved Trump and went to Trump's wedding and went on his TV show and hung out with him and wrote songs about him now has decided he's Hitler.
Yeah.
Well, you know, all of the people.
But the log cabin guys, they said no to Trump. They unendorsed him or didn't endorse him, despite saying he's the most pro-gay Republican in history. That's what they said.
He's for gay marriage. Why are they denouncing
what
him?
he's done is he's you know, paid lip service to probably more of the extreme elements in the conservative party, and those people worried about Supreme Court judges that it may reverse things or whatever. And I think that's probably why they're upset. But I love the first tweet from the first guy who was like, regularly drive 90 miles to get beer, but won't be doing that anymore. It's like, oh, good.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, great.
Listen, I've never been to
saved your life. Like, I regularly drink beer with my, you know, regularly drink Yuengling with my son at breakfast.
I thought all those progressives were like New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc pansy white wine sippers. I didn't know they were.
That's right. Did they lose? Do you think it was a big gay beer, Yuengling?
The interesting thing is it shows you how the power of the market, because sales of Leather Daddy Lager are through the roof. They've really taken off. I don't mind this so much as if you don't support someone and you don't want to buy their product,
that's fine.
That's your right. And if you want to not patronize places of service, that is entirely right. But it's not going to end there. And I'm waiting for how long it's going to take before the trucks get vandalized, before the windows get broken, because the left can never stop there. The left can never stop with, well, I'm going to stop doing something. It has to become, everyone has to stop doing this thing that I disagree with.
And it is the left, isn't it, Kat? I mean, you got Starbucks. Basically, every Starbucks is it's like a little DNC. You ever go in Starbucks? They're so pro-Democrat. They always have been. But I don't see right-wingers going crazy. Maybe they don't, you know, maybe some people hold it against them, but they're not going crazy.
They don't really. Well, because it's just, it's so much easier to say, well, you know what I'm going to do for charity? Never drink Yuengling again.
But like
for the children.
The only time the right went nuts was that Christmas thing.
I was going to say Starbucks Christmas cards.
Yeah, they took Christmas off the cup, and then everybody's like, what is this?
They took the
went
snowflakes
nuts.
off.
And that was the one time they did go.
I have been drinking Coors beer for years because they're the first Republican brewers, the Coors brothers. They've been supporting Republicans since Chester A. Arthur. That's my beer.
Have they really?
Yes.
Yeah. They go all back to Arthur.
If a company's homophobic, their food is better. Chick-fil-A is homophobic and their food is phenomenal.
Delicious.
It's really good. Like, I like a sandwich made with hate.
You know, the funny thing is, you're not going to hold anything against Chick-fil-A, but the thing is, I don't think what you said was very accurate. The one guy, the guy who owns it, is a kind of like, you know, he made a statement one time about his own personal belief, but the company is
I don't care if the guy who owns it locks people in that ISIS flame cage. Sandwich is good.
Okay, but I think that the company is all right. They're all right. It's all right if you're gay and you work at Chick-fil-A. It's a great place to work. Okay, coming up, American football in the UK. Bloody hell! What will they think of next?